Alright guys, how's CobaltGaming here, and today I'm doing another serious talk. If you don't know what serious talk is, basically we take a step back from gameplay, funny videos, me laughing hysterically, and talk about some serious topics that have affected me or people that have come to me for help. And sometimes they just tend to dawn on me. So, I think, and I've noticed over the past, just talking, even if it's to myself, which I'm doing currently, it helps just clear my mind of stuff. Now, this problem, or topic, is actually something that affected me, and I kind of got myself back into. This is drug usage. And it doesn't even have to be, just the normal hardcore drugs like heroin, meth, opium, stuff like that. It can just be from household painkillers and prescription painkillers that you can't get over the counter. And I went through a childhood of drug abuse. It started with weed, which is always known as the gateway drug, and it went on to some other things that I knew I shouldn't have been on, and I got off after a bit of a struggle. I never physically got addicted to the substances, but it was more I missed the feeling I had during. Because in my other topics I've spoken about my social anxiety and depression, and honestly, when I was high from anything that I took, all of them troubles just gone. Shut up, Shelley. They were just gone. And in the past couple of years, my depression has been, pretty bad. After losing friends and just having something of a midlife crisis at the age of 21, it led me back into that path. And this time, instead of leading to hardcore drugs and illegal substances, I ended up just looking for, just anything I could find around the house, and that's led me to lie and steal from someone that genuinely needs these substances to survive. They take, 3 sets daily of 2 each during their usages, and then they have a spare set for the day if they need it. And I went and stole entire strips of them. Before doing this, I had the insatiable urge to just grab, and as I just went through them, it started dawning on me how, bad that is. How much it's actually affected me, not in a good way either. So I'm starting to depend on these. The substances in question are a sulfidol substance, let's look, codeine, phosphate, and paracetamol. This particular one is Zapane, and tramadol. Now, person that takes these substances takes 2 of each of them during their course daily. I went through an entire strip of 10, sorry. I went through that in half a day. I was fucked up, but at the time I didn't care, because I didn't have, these daunting things on me, weighing me down, crippling me. But I knew as I was under these effects, I was fucking myself up. Straight after I came out of that sort of state, as it were, this was 2 days later, I was still taking one or two between, similar to how the person that takes them has them. I was taking them pretty similarly to their schedule. I was still under the effects. I wasn't feeling great, but I was at the same time. I wasn't in a normal human-like state, which is essentially what getting high is. It's just coming out from consciousness, and while still being conscious, you're not fully aware of the reality around you. You've got your own reality there. Some people hallucinate, other people will just get really, chilled and relaxed. I never had that sort of point. I was more just chilled, but I still had perfect awareness of my surroundings and everything that was happening. And I ended up becoming dependent on these to sleep. My insomnia has really hit back as of late. So I went through a good few months of not being affected by my insomnia, which has affected me since early age, and it just, came back, and I had gone so long with sleeping so well, and then just instantly just unable to sleep when I was physically and mentally drained. And I ended up becoming dependent on these substances to try and sleep, and I'd end up getting the shakes when I went 2 days without. Like, oh, I need this, I really do. But I knew that I didn't need it. It wasn't the mentality of it, it was my body telling me that I needed these. And it got to the point where I started feeling physical pain even during the time when I shouldn't have been able to. If anyone knows what Zapain and Tramadol do when you mix them together, your liver basically creates morphine out of it. And when you're on morphine, you should not feel any form of pain, especially if you don't need it. But I was feeling intense physical pain in my gut region. And I think I basically started harming myself by, taking as many as I did and becoming dependent on them. But I know I know that I shouldn't be dependent, and I don't need them, to live. But my body was telling me that I needed, and I started feeling that I needed to, take them all the time to sleep. When I next go to my counselling, because I went through a really bad state with the depression after the Serious Talk episode went up, and I ended up going to cognitive behavioural therapy. It's too late for me to speak properly, it's like 5 AM, and I've been up for 2 days now. But I've been going to cognitive behavioral therapy and one-on-one counselling and therapy talks, and I'm gonna basically have to come clean about all of this to help myself. And I urge anyone that watches this that, you know, is also having a similar problem. You know, having this problem makes me feel like a really shitty person. Because I had a friend that was also, you know, self-medicating on paracetamol. This is only over-the-counter stuff, so it weren't quite playing with as much fire as I am currently. Everyone knows if you take too much paracetamol, it won't help you at all, and it will fuck your kidneys up. But I'm basically doing the same thing, but in a very, very extreme sort of case. Take too much paracetamol at once. I think it was like an entire packet, and you know you may end up in hospital depending on your tolerances and personal things that, you know, matter to you only as a person. Whereas me, you know, I can take paracetamol and it has no effect on me. Even if I take it for a migraine or something, it doesn't work. And I've always been on this really intense painkillers for my migraines. And I've kind of built up a tolerance, so to speak, so they don't fuck me up as much as they used to. And it's kind of, you know, gotten to the point where I've taken an entire 10-pack within, what, 6 hours? An entire 10-pack of these substances, and I've only just felt that sort of lethargicness that I feel, where I just need to lay back and just, you know, let it be. And then when I take the others on top of it, my breathing would slow down. I would have a, like, it felt like a lucid dream where I felt I wasn't in control of my body, and I'd get dizzy. When I hadn't have taken them, I'd feel horrible, and then as soon as I take them, I'd feel, you know, normal, and then I take more because I start feeling some of these things, and then I become, you know, normal, and then I get that high feeling. But my friend had a friend that also, you know, took them over the counter things, and I was there trying to help him, knowing that I am doing the exact same thing. It just sounded really hypocritical. And that really does make me a shitty person. But I urge anyone that watches this to seek help. Like, now. Just all it takes is one too many. I know these dangers after being on everything that I have been. And I'm not saying that, you know, because I know these dangers, I'm taking them while accepting the dangers, that it's a good thing. I'm just saying, I know these dangers well. And all it takes is just even a nanogram too much. And that's it. So I urge anyone going through the same thing that I am to go seek help now. I'm Alex from Cobalt Gaming. This has been Serious Talk. Thank you for watching.